It's hot. 103 degrees out today. I was dead in the water with my videos because the summer came in, kicked my butt, realized I couldn't do any camping with no AC, so I had to figure a solution out. I spent the last couple weeks trying to get this figured out. I was looking at portable AC, but their cost, it didn't really make a lot of sense. And I was driving this one day thinking to myself, this AC blows are really cold and the fans blow pretty hard. So I was like, maybe I could just pipe it from the cab in. As you see, that's exactly what I've done. I want to show you how I set it up. It's been a savior. I haven't really tested it a whole lot, so today is going to be a big stress test. I'm going to pull the truck out. Before I go any further, if you're wondering what's going on with my voice right now, or if I'm talking a little different, it's because I currently have strep throat, so bear with me. Last 4 or 5 days, this is like day 5 now. So anyway guys, I got a thermometer. I'm going to pull the truck out in the driveway. We're going to see how hot it is to start, and then I'll do like a 30-minute test. We'll do 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and we'll see how cool it gets inside here. I want to show you how I set this up, as well as how I've kind of insulated it. I'm excited, and let's see if we can get this thing cool and livable so I can get back to camping here. All right, let me actually start back here. So you can see there is the hosing. I took some foam. I basically just cut some holes to fit to put the pipe. This is actually just RV sewer hose pipe. You can see that down there. I got 2 of those 10-foot sections. What I ended up doing was, well, I needed to fit so I can close off everything except for these 2 here. And what I needed to do is I needed to fit into the vents here. So now you can see they hinge there on that point. Well, what I did is I took this whole, got a box of a whole kernel corn, just a canned corn box, because what I was looking for was something that was rigid but also thin, and this actually ended up working perfect. So I actually just shaped it to fit here, so I kind of just insert it like that, and there, it's in there. So now it rests just fine. You can see that right like that. I know, genius things here. Look at that. Look at, just puts right in right there. Once we start it up, you'll see the airflow. These aren't insulated yet. Might lose a little bit of cool getting to that point. So I definitely want to insulate those long term. All right, guys. One other thing I wanted to show you. You see that? That is a bike tire. So I inflated a bike tire in between my cab and the topper. You can kind of see it right there as well. And right there, that gave me a seal between here. So all I did is I just dropped it down, and I'll try and show you here. You can see the little nozzle there for where it inflates. And yeah, so now I have a weather seal between the truck bed and the cab. And then here is the bicycle tire, this 1.9 to 2.3 inch Goodyear tube, 26 inches. I probably could have got away with the 24 inch, but I wanted to make sure that I made it all the way around the window. Whew, all right, that's hot. All right, going back into here, guys. Here's where it's gonna come out at. Current temp, 90. I am going to pull the truck out and see if we can get that up to 100, and then we'll start the cool test here. Well, unfortunately, the clouds came out, so it's a little overcast. I'm not gonna get that sun beaten down like I wanted to, but it's still really hot, 103 ambient, 104 ambient temp. And in here right now at 93 degrees so far. So, and the wind's starting to pick up a little bit, so I'm just gonna get this started. Let's get this test rolling here. All right, AC max up the front. Everything else is closed. Let's close that. All right. So make sure these are seated all the way. Not really feeling a little bit of bleed coming out there. Quite a bit there. That's not seated all the way. There we go. So we're piping air back there now. Let's go take a look inside and make sure that we're getting good airflow. I did have to mess with the cardboard just for 1 second, so I think in that about 4 minutes it's come down about 2 degrees. Now I've got it set. As you can see, let me just show you. It's definitely blowing. Pretty cold right here still yet. So we will, I'll set a timer here and put about 10 minutes on the clock, and we'll see where we get down to in the next 10 minutes. everybody. You can see 10 minutes has elapsed. We're at about 82 degrees, so we've come down just about 10 degrees here already. Pretty impressive. I'm super excited about that. I'm gonna keep letting it run here, and we're gonna see where we can get to. Maybe I'll let it run for another 10 or 20 minutes here and see where it runs out to. Pretty comfortable back here. And now if I sit right here, I have the AC blowing directly on me. Let's see how much further we can get this thing down, see if we can get any cooler in the next 15 or 20 minutes here. Alright guys, well, suffice it to say, it looks like it isn't changing really much from that 82, but I'll tell you what, it's 102 out, 103 outside, and it feels phenomenal in here. This is definitely the coolest 82 degrees. I can just feel the cool air on me right now. It's really nice. Whew. That's gonna do it. The test was really successful. We basically brought it 20 to 22 degrees below ambient temp inside this thing. It was really comfortable. It'll also be a dual function, give me heat in the winter, so I'm excited about that because I love the winter camp. How I plan to basically fire this thing on and off, I will eventually get a remote start installed. That way I can have it basically on demand when I'm in back here. So the name of the game with the camper now at this point is I'm going for luxury as well. I want all the little luxury amenities. How can I make this thing be like almost like a little mobile luxury hotel room? That's what I'm after. So that means I probably need to do something with the ceiling here, with the roof, you know, at least get something in there so it has a nicer feel. I'll get that done at some point. Continuing to put little gadgets in here. Maybe I'll work on some of the finishes, make the wood look a little nicer with some stain. That's where I'm headed with it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video seeing how I cool this thing. It may or may not work for your vehicle depending on the distance from the vents from your cab to your bed, and also how cold that AC is blowing and how much pressure those fans are putting out. In my 2000 Tundra, it puts out a ton of fan pressure, you know, air pressure, so it's worked really well. Thanks for tuning in. You got any questions, just put them in the comments below. Till next time.